Greetings from New York City. I arrived here yesterday, November 1st. Today is November 2nd, and I'm about to head out to my first canvass for Zohran Mamdani for Mayor of New York City. This is a historic election, and Zoran is a change candidate that represents a lot when it comes to battling Islamophobia, and even though he's of South Asian origin, also battling anti-Arab and anti-Palestinian racism, in addition to racism against people of South Asian identity. तो हमारा वक्त आ गया है. Let's go. Hello, greetings from Astoria, Queens. Our canvas launches at about 3 o'clock. You can see it here behind me. Excited! I'm going to be paired up with a partner and then we'll go knock on doors from 3 to 6 o'clock.
You want to give me the folder?
Oh yeah, do you want it?
No, because 3-1 Cuomo do not have this many regular New Yorkers.
I see people who are struggling to pay the rent. I see my family struggling to afford childcare. I see my elders spending hours and hours in a bus that takes forever. I see people in the streets struggling to find safety, to be supportive, and I don't think these are problems that have no solutions. I believe that the solutions are within reach. And I believe that I'm not a spectator in these moments. I am part of the change that is possible if I do what I can. And so we have seen thousands and thousands and thousands of New Yorkers do what they can, which is so simple and so beautiful. It's to go and talk to their friends and their neighbors and say, what do you want for this city? And we can get there together. And that's why we are in a moment where we are about to make history. All of us, with our efforts, with the conversations, with our work together.
Eric Adams does it as some kind of sour, selfish ego trip, and we're not going to let that be our politics. Those are the politics. That's why after ICE agents arrested me and grabbed and deported Edgardo, I went back the next week, and the next week, and the next week, and we organized together with many of you in the room a much bigger civil disobedience arrest. So give it up for Julia Salazar, and for Sammy Nurse, and for everybody else who knows we show up as a team to defend our neighbors. We are not going to go quietly as our neighbors are abducted or as our democracy is ripped out from under us. That's a working families party value.
Hello, good morning. It is now 5 a.m. on Monday, November 3rd. Today is election eve. It is the day before election day, and I am headed to the Brooklyn Bridge. Zohran Mamdani, the mayoral candidate, is going to have a press conference there, his last one before election day tomorrow, and we are going to walk with him across the Brooklyn Bridge to City Hall. Really exciting. I am super tired. I got like about 4 hours of sleep, so let's go. Thank you. It is a little after 6 a.m. We are currently waiting on the bridge for Zoran to get here. He's going to march across the bridge with a sign that says our time is now, and then we're going to slowly join him. And this is going to end at New York City Hall.
We need a bigger boat.
We'll work on it.
I really have to give it to them because they had the rings, they had lunch, they had everything. And then,
Our time is now! Our time is now! Our time is now!
I am heading over to another canvassing shift in Astoria, Queens. Zoran is supposed to make a campaign appearance at this canvas, and that's a secret. It won't be a secret by the time I publish this video. I'm only running on about 4 hours of sleep right now. I meant to try and take a nap in the middle of the day, but I had a lot of work to do. So I pretty much just worked in Azal, which was that yummy cafe, which is in Forest Hills, Queens. And now I am walking over to the park for the canvas.
Don't come yet, my image 24 hours.
Elon Musk, for whom it only took $959 million in tax breaks from Andrew Cuomo when he was the governor for his pet projects to get that endorsement. More money than it would cost to make every single bus free in this city. So the question is not how we will pay for it, but whether we want to pay for it. And so we know, as you all go out tonight to knock on doors, that the New Yorkers you will find on the other side are New Yorkers who are increasingly feeling afraid of their own place in this city. New Yorkers who question whether they can send their children to school, whether they will be able to afford the next rent hike, whether they can actually get groceries with these SNAP cuts. New Yorkers who know that they are under attack from twin crises of an authoritarian administration on one side and the affordability crisis on the other. And as much focus as there is on polls and on predictions, I want you all to raise your hands for me one last time. If every person who is here to canvass can put their hands in the air, because these are the hands that will decide this election. These are the hands that will cast votes. These are the hands that will knock on doors. These are the hands that will call your neighbors. And these are the hands that have brought us to this point of making history in this city. Making history to show that when you focus and fight for working people, you can in fact remake the politics of the place that you call home. And I want to thank every person that's here, because though it is tempting in electoral politics to ascribe an achievement to an individual, it is actually of a collective. And you are all the people who made that collective real. You are the New Yorkers who were with me this morning at 6, and the New Yorkers who are with me this evening at 7. The New Yorkers who have been standing alongside this fight for more than a year. And the reason that the President of the United States of America, the reason that one of the wealthiest men in the world are both trying to get involved at the last minute is that they know we will accomplish everything we have run on.
Yeah.
That is what they fear. They fear the power of an example that can show that it need not be this hard to call this city home. It need not be this hard to afford to live in these 5 boroughs. And I thank you because you are on the verge of sharing that example with the world. So hold on to that example tonight. Hold on to it when you're going 10 consecutive not homes in your canvas. Hold on when you're in that second hour and you're asking yourself, should I walk up this 6th flight of stairs? Hold on to it when a person opens their door just a little bit and they show you the despair that they have long associated with politics. Hold on to it because you could open their eyes to a world that they have not seen in this city for so long. And as tempting as it is to think that everyone has been paying attention to this race, just last week a friend of mine, Charlie, knocked on doors in Hell's Kitchen, and he shared afterwards that he met a man who had yet to hear of this campaign. You may find a New Yorker for whom you are the person that introduces them to this fight. And that is why more important than me is you. You are the people who are bringing this fight to the doorsteps of New Yorkers. I will never be able to thank you enough for the privilege of being a part of this movement. And now, with close to just 24 hours until the polls close, let us leave everything out there on the field, my friends. Let us do it together. Let us work so hard this evening and tomorrow that we never have to ask ourselves the question, what if? Let that never be the words that leave our mouth, and let us instead breathe in the victory that each and every one of you have brought forth in this city. Thank you so much.
There's no other thing to press, right?
No, I think that's it. cookies. I'm like not getting that much content for the vlog. I hope we get a buzz. Hello, happy Zoran election day. It is Tuesday, November 4th. I'm here in New York City. I am currently in Astoria. It is about noon here. I am headed to the Dutch Kills playground where my friend is running the field operation. I'm gonna drop something off with her and then probably go to the cafe for a little while and then likely doing pole site visibility after that. It's a chilly day in New York. It's windy, feels like changes in the air. Really exciting day. Today is a historic election day. Towards the end of the day, I'm gonna go to some election night watch parties. I think the atmosphere here in the outer boroughs is gonna really be incredible. So I'll try to capture as much of that as possible. It's about 3:30 now on election day. It is cold, it is windy. I just did a bit of cafe hopping at 2 cafes in Astoria. I first went to Little Flower Cafe. I had a breakfast burrito with halal bacon for lunch and a hot pink tea. It was like pretty busy. I couldn't really do any journaling in it. Then I left that cafe and went to a second cafe called First Cup Cafe, which is so cute. It's newly opened. It's owned by a Bangladeshi family. And I sat there and I journaled and it was so peaceful and they had some delicious mithai. They had such creative drinks. Samosa chaat. Check out First Cup Cafe if you are in Astoria, Queens. And now I am heading to get an assignment to go do polling site visibility. Hi, I'm out here in Long Island City. I'm doing the poll visibility. I just had a really great conversation with 2 different people and I'm handing out cards and asking people to vote for Zoran. All right, I just finished poll site visibility. I am now headed down to Steinway Street in Astoria. There's gonna be a number of different election night watch parties. The party where Zoran's gonna be at is for the campaign and people who really help the campaign a lot over the course of the entire year, and that's by invite only, and that's apparently in Brooklyn. Poll site visibility was pretty good. I'd say the majority of people that I spoke to planned to vote for Zoran or had already voted for Zoran. There were just maybe a handful who refused to share or told me specifically that they were voting for Cuomo. I'm really convinced Zoran's gonna win this by a landslide, and that's actually a phenomenal result. So let's go party now. And the bus that I was gonna take just went by. Zoran Mamdani won the New York City mayor's race, and now I'm out. I watched the results come in Astoria, Queens. And now I'm out with friends in Brooklyn.